The librarian asked me why I was always the last one out of the building. My answer was a joke. Her response changed my life. Yo, why does Marisol basically live here? Some kid said one afternoon, loud enough for the whole study hall to hear. You sleep in the biography section or what? A couple people laughed. I didn't miss a beat. Somebody's gotta raise your GPA's curve. Might as well be me. That got a bigger laugh, and the attention slid off me like water. That's the trick. Be quicker than them. Be funnier than the question. If you're the one making the joke, nobody looks past it. I'd been running that place since 7th grade. Stay after school every single day until the building closed at 6. Homework club, library, waiting for my ride. Always a reason. Nobody ever did the math that my ride never came, that I walked home in the dark, that I timed my arrival for after my stepfather left for his night shift. 3 years. And the only thing anyone noticed was that I was such a hard worker. I didn't notice Ms. Okonkwo, the librarian, listening from behind the checkout desk that day. Didn't notice her noticing me, period, until the Friday she caught me at 5:55 slow packing my bag, stretching out the last 5 minutes like they were made of gold. Marisol, got a second? She didn't take me somewhere private. That's the first thing I remember, that she just sat down across from me at my usual table in the open, where anyone could see, and started stamping return cards while she talked, like this was nothing. You know what I figured out about you? She said. I shrugged. You're the funniest kid who comes through here. Somebody pokes at you, you flip it before it lands. That's a real skill. I waited for the catch. But funny kids usually perform for the room, she said, still stamping. They want the eyes. You use it to move the eyes along. Fastest deflection in the building. She looked up. 22 years in schools, Marisol. Kids stay late because they love it here. Kids stay late because home is boring. And kids stay late because home is worse than boring. I don't need to know which one you are. My throat did something complicated. I didn't say a word. I also didn't leave. She let the silence sit there like it was a normal thing two people could share. Here's all I've got for you, she said. This library is open till 6, and I'm here till 7 doing orders and repairs. Students can stay while a staff member's in the building. That's the actual rule. Look it up. There's a kettle in the workroom and I always make too much tea. You don't owe me conversation. You don't owe me a story. You show up, you exist, that's the whole deal. Then she added the part I think about for years. And if there's ever something you want handled, not just hidden, Ms. Reyes in counseling is good people, and I'll walk down there with you any day you say the word. No pressure. The offer just doesn't expire. She went back to her stamping. Meeting over. I never told her what my stepfather was like when the shift got canceled and he was home and drinking. I never explained why some Mondays I flinched at loud carts or why I wore hoodies in May. She never asked. But I was at that table almost every day for a year and a half. I did homework. She repaired book spines. Sometimes we said 15 words to each other, sometimes none. She learned I took my tea with 2 sugars. It was the first place in my life where being present was enough, where nobody needed me to be funny first. People talk about rock bottom like it's what changes you. It wasn't for me. It was the opposite. It was having one corner of the world that was steady, because you can't tell how crooked your house is until you've stood somewhere level. Spring of junior year, on an ordinary Tuesday, I closed my chemistry book and heard myself say, "Is the walking down to Miss Reyes offer still good?" She didn't gasp, didn't make it a moment. She just put down the tape gun and said, "Let me get my keys." She sat in the hallway outside the counseling office for 2 hours. The report got made properly, the way it needed to be. There was an investigation, and it was slow and frightening, and not like the movies. But by summer, I was living with my Aunt Carmen across town, in a house where the sound of the front door opening didn't mean anything at all. At graduation, I spotted Ms. Okonkwo in the 4th row. Librarians don't have to come to those things. I found her after, still in my gown, and couldn't get any of the rehearsed words out, so I just hugged her. "2 sugars," she said into my shoulder. "And look what you did. I'm a school librarian now. My table's in the open. The kettle's always on."